Guys, welcome to the video lecture. In this video lecture I am going to teach you projections of planes 2 and this is sheet number 9 and the concept is oblique planes. Oblique plane means when the plane surface is inclined to both horizontal plane and vertical plane, that plane is called oblique plane. So in this particular sheet problems we will have the inclinations with horizontal plane, similarly with vertical plane. Simply when the plane is inclined to both HP and VP, that is called oblique plane. So we can see first problem, draw the projections of regular hexagon of 25 mm side having one of its sides in the horizontal plane and inclined at 60 degrees to VP and its surface making an angle 45 degrees with horizontal plane. Inclination with HP, that is denoted by theta. Similarly, inclination with VP, that is denoted by phi. And here our object is regular hexagon 25 mm side, first key point. Similarly, having one of its sides in the horizontal plane. So side is touching with the horizontal plane. This is second key point. And inclination with VP 60 degrees. Inclination with HP 45 degrees. This is about given conditions. Now here when we are having a problem on oblique planes, sometimes it is complicated to assume the plane surface with respect to the horizontal plane and vertical plane. So here I am going to explain some tricks, similarly some simple methods to complete this problem by seeing this particular problem. So from the problem here I am taking key points. So this is about key points of the problem number 1. Here the name of the object, that is hexagonal plane, and that is 25 mm side, that is okay. So here situated in the horizontal plane or vertical plane. So here object is situated in the horizontal plane. And similarly, if we coming to the hexagonal particulars, it is having number of sides, similarly number of corners. So side is touching with the horizontal plane or corner is touching with the horizontal plane. According to the given data, side is touching. Similarly, inclination with HP, that is 45 degrees. Inclination with VP is 60 degrees. So according to the given details of the problem, projections can be drawn in 3 stages because plane is inclined to both HP and VP. So how can we decide the view to be drawn first? So if we coming to the 3 stages, first stage is called simple position. Second stage is related to the inclination with one plane. And third stage is related to the inclination with both HP and VP. So the complete solution of the problem is depending on the simple position. So if the simple position is right, if we draw the simple position in correct way, we will get the second and third projections right in the automatically. If we construct this one in the wrong way, we will get the second and third stage problems projections also in the wrong way. So the simple position construction, this is very important. So how can we decide this one? So here I am going to tell you few tricks. So let us see these tricks. So here whenever we see the problem, we will have the plane surface, that is either hexagon or circle or whatever the plane. So according to the problem number 1, we have hexagonal plane, that is okay. So object is situated in the horizontal plane. That means if we have reference line, so if we coming to the simple position, which view can be drawn initially? Either front view or top view. How can we decide this one? Depends on this condition, situated in the horizontal plane or vertical plane. So according to the given condition, object is located in the horizontal plane. So that we will get the true shape in the horizontal plane only. So initially we should complete true shape in the horizontal plane. This is horizontal plane, this one is vertical plane. If the object is situated, that means touching with the vertical plane, we should construct the true shape in the vertical plane. So according to this particular problem, object is situated in the horizontal plane, so we can construct the hexagon true shape in the horizontal plane. So similarly, if coming to the hexagon, we may construct in 2 ways hexagon. keeping one edge perpendicular to the reference line or keeping one edge parallel to the reference line. How can we decide this one? Depends on this condition. Side is in the horizontal plane. So we should keep that side left side in the simple position. So in the first stage we should keep that side left side in the simple position. Then with respect to this line we can complete the hexagon. So depends on this particular position we will be getting the views. So this deciding this particular view, it is very important to complete this particular problem. So once again I am telling you how to construct this one. Object is situated in the horizontal plane, that is why we are constructing true shape in the horizontal plane. Similarly, side is in the horizontal plane, that is why we should keep that side left side in the simple position. Suppose corner is in the horizontal plane, we should keep corner left side. So if we need to keep the corner in the horizontal plane, side must be parallel to the reference line. So in this way we should construct the hexagon. But according to this particular condition, side is in the HP, so that is why we should keep side left side. Side is in the left side in the simple position. So this one is right, this is wrong according to this condition. So yes, based on the true shape, that means a simple position true shape, we will be getting the second stage projection, similarly third stage projections. Deciding this particular view, that is very important. How to start the problem, that is very important in the projections of planes, especially when the plane is inclined to both HP and VP. Now let us construct the projections. Remember this one, we are going to construct this one below the reference line. So if you come into the projections of this particular hexagonal plane, initially we should construct reference line, above reference line portion, that is vertical plane. Similarly below the reference line portion is horizontal plane. So next, according to the given conditions, initially we should keep one of the edges of the horizontal plane perpendicular to the reference line in this way. Based on this particular side we can construct the hexagon. So already we know the inclination between the two edges in the horizontal plane, that is 120 degrees. So initially we should construct this particular line. Suppose when the corner is in the horizontal plane, initially we should construct a line parallel to the reference line, but in this particular problem side is in the horizontal plane, so that is why we should keep that particular side left side in the simple position. Yes, from this particular corner here I am going to set the protractor in this way to the topmost point, and next here we can mark 120 degrees, and next from the bottom point here set the protractor origin with the bottom point, and here we can mark a point 120 degrees. Okay, and next our dimension, that is hexagon side dimension, that is 25 mm. So here we can construct 25 mm line by setting this scale with this particular point to the 120 degrees point, and here I am constructing 25 mm line. And similarly we can construct another line, that is 120 degrees again. It is a 25 mm line, but the inclination is, and next we can construct the line parallel to this particular point line. Similarly we can construct one more line, because opposite sides are parallel to each other in the hexagon. Yes, in this way we can construct the hexagon. Similarly we can give the naming to every corner of the hexagon, A, B, C, D, E, F. This is about top view. We should give small letters, so A, B, C, D, E, F, and next here we can give the dimension of the hexagon also, that is 25 mm. And in the next step we should project every point onto the reference line, not above the reference line. In this way we can complete the hexagon. Similarly for the purpose of front view, we should project every point onto the reference line, that means upwards to meet reference line. Then we can see the plane surface for the purpose of front view in this way. So that time ABC points are visible. Similarly DEF are invisible. So always we should keep invisible points within the braces, visible points out of the braces. And it is about the front view. So we should join all the points with H pencil, and if we coming to the simple position projections, we should construct hexagon. Similarly this line here we'll be getting the front view as a line, both views with H pencil, remember this particular point, and projectors lines with 2H pencil. Yes, if we see the plane in this direction, A, B, C are visible, so that is why I kept A dash, B dash, C dash out of the braces, and D, E, F are invisible, so that here we can keep D, E, F, D dash, E dash, F dash points within the braces in this way. This is about simple position. Next, if we coming to the second position, this is the result of the first position. We can reproduce the result of the first simple position in the second stage by using inclination with horizontal plane. Yes, in the second stage we can reproduce the result of the first stage, that is this particular line. We have the line in this way, So just tilt this one. Then same line we should keep at this particular position. So for the purpose of second stage projections, just leave 15 mm minimum, 15 mm gap between the two stages. So if we reproduce this one, this particular point must be located on the reference line. Then with the help of or with respect to this particular point, we can mark remaining 2 points. So for that purpose, here I am taking A to C dash dimension as radius, this point as center, draw an arc on this line. Similarly, we can take A to B dash dimension as radius and A as center, construct an arc on the 45 degrees inclined line. Then we can give the same naming because we are reproducing the same line here. So we can give same naming here. So once we got points, we can join all the points with the help of H pencil. Then we can project every point downwards. We have 3 points. We should project 3 points downwards below the reference line. Yes, we can project all the points downwards with the help of 2H pencil in this way. These are very, very light lines. And similarly, we should construct the locus lines from each point E, F, D, A, B, C to intersect that respective projector line. Suppose if we take point B, the locus of point B must be intersecting with the projector of B. So in this way we can construct the locus lines. That means similarly A locus line must be intersecting with projector of A. In this, yes, finally in this way we will be getting the intersection of locus line and projector line. Then we will be getting the points in this way, intersection points A1, B1, C1, D1, E1 and F1. We should add 1 to each letter because this is the result of the second stage. So then we, after points have been marked, next step we should join all the points in the correct sequence with H pencil. Yes, in this way we can join all the points with the help of H pencil. Next we should reproduce the result of the second stage in the third stage with the help of inclination of vertical plane. That is inclination with vertical plane, that is equal 60 degrees according to the given data. So we should keep this particular edge 60 degrees inclined to the reference line, below the reference line. So I am going to construct 60 degrees line below the reference line. Yes, in the third stage we should reproduce this one 60 degrees inclined to the VP. That condition also available. Similarly, we should keep these particular points, that means this side 60 degrees inclined to the VP. So here I have drawn 60 degrees inclined line. Similarly, we should mark A1 and F1 on this particular line. So here I have marked, here leave some dimension because it should not be touching with this particular line. So that is why we should leave some dimension. And here we can mark these points. This upper point is F1 and bottom point is A1. So with respect to these two particular points, we should mark remaining points. Here I am telling you one example. So here let us see how to mark point B1 with respect to the A1 and F1. So for that purpose, here I am taking A1 to B1 dimension as radius, point A1 as center, draw an arc. Similarly, this particular point as center, construct another arc this side also. And later we can take F1 to B1 or A1 to E1. Both are same. This dimension, both are same. So we can take this much dimension as radius, and here we should take this point as center, cut the previous arc in this way. Similarly, we can take F1 point as center, same dimension as radius, cut the previous this particular arc, so that here we will be getting E1, similarly here we will be getting B1. Next let us see the procedure for marking point D1 and C1. So for that purpose here I am taking ED dimension. Here if you observe EF and ED both are same. Here I am taking EF. So this particular point as center, draw an arc here. So similarly for the purpose of C1, marking C1, same. Let us take either AB or BC. Here FE, ED, BC and AB all are same. We can take one of them as radius. And this particular point as center, that is B as center, draw an arc here. And next step we can take A to D as radius, or F to C as radius. So we can take this particular point as center, cut the previous arc. Similarly F as center, cut the previous arc. So in this way we can mark these two remaining points also. This is D1 and this particular point is C1. Then finally join all the points in the correct sequence, 6 points in the correct sequence with HB pencil. Only final stage projections with HB pencil. First 2 stages with 2 H pencil, H and HB, because this is our aim of the problem. Next I am going to join all the points with HB pencil. Yes, in this way we can join all the points with HB pencil. Then next step we should project every point upwards. Projector must be light, that means we should use 2H pencil. Similarly projectors must be perpendicular to the reference line. Yes, in this way we can project all the points. All projector lines must be parallel to each other and perpendicular to the reference line. We should use 2H pencil. And next step we should construct the locus lines from these 3 points to intersect the respective projector line. That means here we have C dash D dash. So we should construct locus line to intersect projector of C and D. So for example here I am constructing. Here I am using 2H pencil. So here this is the locus of C. Similarly this is the projector of C and locus of C. So this particular point becomes C1 dash. And similarly here we have D also. We are having D here. So this is projector of D, locus of D. So this particular point becomes D1 dash. So similarly I am going to construct the locus lines. Yes, in this way we can mark the points after the locus and projector intersection points have been completed. So projector line and locus line intersection point. So here A dash, A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash, D1 dash, E1 dash and F1 dash. In this way we will be getting the points. Then finally join all the points in the correct sequence with HB pencil. So in this way we can join all the points in the correct sequence with HB pencil. And if we observe this particular line, that is AF, so we have kept this particular side AF left side in the simple position. That is our condition. One side in the horizontal plane and one side of the hexagonal plane in the horizontal plane. That is this particular side is in the horizontal plane. That is why we kept this particular side left side in the simple position. So whatever the condition is there in the problem, we have to keep that condition left side in the simple position. You should remember that particular point. So if you observe the projections, first stage, second stage projections with H pencil and final stage projections with HB pencil. This is about this particular problem solution. Now let us move to the problem number 2. Yes, coming to the problem number 2, let us see the question. A square plane ABCD of 50 mm side has its corner A in the horizontal plane. Its diagonal AC inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal plane and diagonal BD inclined 45 degrees to the VP and parallel to the HP. Draw its projections. So now let us see the key points of this particular problem. Our object is square plane, 50 mm dimension. That is okay. And object, that plane is situated in the horizontal plane or vertical plane. So here we have that key. Has its corner A in the HP. So object is in the horizontal plane. That means true shape can comes in the horizontal plane. True shape can comes in the horizontal plane. So by this condition we can decide this one. True shape can comes in the horizontal plane in the simple position. That means first stage. So we know the square can comes in the horizontal plane according to this particular condition. So how can we construct the square? Either this way or this way. That means we have the condition with the help by side or corner. So we can see that one. So it's corner A in the HP. So corner A in the HP means we should keep that corner left side in the simple position, not this one. Suppose side is in the horizontal plane, we should go for this particular view. But according to this particular condition, corner A in the horizontal plane. So here we should keep corner left side in the simple position. Similarly, we have the inclination that is 30 degrees with horizontal plane. This one can comes above the reference line portion. Inclination with VP that can comes below the reference line portion. So now without wasting the time, now let us move to the construction of this particular projections. Remember this particular point. By this condition, that means situated in the HP means in the horizontal plane we will be getting the true shape. Side or corner, which one is touching with the HP? Corner is touching with the HP. So we should keep corner left side in the simple position. So these 2 points are very, very important in the projections of planes when the plane is inclined to both HP and VP. Now let us construct the projections, that is about simple position. Yes, coming to the solution of this particular problem, here this is reference line, above reference line portion vertical plane, this particular portion, below reference line portion is horizontal plane, that is what I have mentioned here. And here we should keep one of the corners of the square plane left side in the simple position. So for that purpose we should use diagonals. So for that purpose here I have drawn a rough diagram, that is 50 mm square sides are 50 mm, and here if we measure this line dimension diagonals, here I got 70 mm. So if we keep these diagonal, one of these two diagonals perpendicular to the reference line, we will be getting this corner left side in the simple position exactly. So for that purpose here I am taking 70 mm line. So I got 70 mm here. I got 70 mm dimension of this particular diagonal. So that here I am taking 70 mm. Without touching the reference line, here I am constructing. With 2H pencil we should construct this one, because there is no condition with respect to the diagonals in the given data. So after construction of the 70 mm line has been completed, we should mark midpoint of this particular line, because another diagonal must be passing through this particular diagonal only. So left side 35, right side 35. So in this way we got the diagonals, and if we coming to the naming here, in the given data we have corner A in the horizontal plane. So the left side corner name must be A, because we have the condition corner A in the horizontal plane. So I can say this corner is A. So the condition will be satisfied. So at the end of the problem, this corner can comes on the reference line. That means that is touching with the horizontal plane. So we got 4 points. This is B and this one is C, and we can say this is D. Then join all the points in the correct sequence with H pencil. That is about true shape of the simple position. In this way we can construct the true shape of the square plane according to the given conditions. We kept the point A, that is corner A, left side in the simple position. This square with H pencil inside diagonals with 2H pencil, so that here we should use 2H pencil and this one H pencil. And after the top view has been completed, that means in the horizontal plane completed, we should construct the front view. So for that purpose we can see the plane in this direction. Similarly we should project all 4 corners onto the reference line with the help of 2H pencil. So I am going to project every point onto the reference line. Yes, in this way we can project all the points to meet the reference line. Then if we coming to the naming, we should see the plane surface in this direction for front view, so that A, B, C points are visible. D is hidden point, so that here after projectors have been completed, here I kept a D within the braces, remaining all points out of the braces. Then next step, join all the points with H pencil. Yes, simple position projections are over, and next if we coming to the second stage projections, we have to use the inclination with horizontal plane condition. That is AC is inclined, that is 30 degrees inclined to the horizontal plane. So we should keep this particular line 30 degrees inclined to the reference line. That means 30 degrees inclined to the horizontal plane. So for that purpose here I can leave 15 mm for the second stage projections, then construct that 30 degrees line. Then on the 30 degrees line we can mark all the points such that this point must be located on the reference line only. Yes, if you coming to the second stage projection, so we should construct 30 degrees inclined line. So on this 30 degrees inclined line we should mark these points, so such that this particular point must be located on the reference line only after reproducing. So next, for the purpose of marking C dash, here I am taking A to C dimension as radius, point A dash as center, draw an arc on this particular line, so that here we will be getting C. And similarly here I can take A to B dimension as radius, this point as center, construct another arc, so that we will be getting point B dash, similarly D dash on this particular line. So later we can join these 3 points with H pencil. Yes, in the next step we can join all the points with H pencil. Then similarly we can project every point downwards in this way. And next we should construct the locus lines. This is point D and this is projector of D. We can draw the locus line to intersect projector of D. So here this particular point becomes D1. And similarly we can draw the locus line from A to C, from AC, and draw the locus line from B. So here we can mark the intersection points. Here this is B locus line and B projector line. So this particular point becomes B1. So we should add 1 to each letter, because this is the result of the second stage. So in this way we will be getting the points, and next we should join all the points in the correct sequence with H pencil. Yes, this way we can join all the points in the correct sequence with H pencil. And if we coming to the final stage projections, we should reproduce this result of the second stage projections. This is the result. So we should reproduce this one using the given condition. Given condition, BD 45 degrees inclined to the vertical plane. Inclined to the vertical plane means that inclination can comes below the reference line. Inclined to HP means inclination can comes above the reference line. So BD 45 degrees inclined to the vertical plane. So we should construct 45 degrees inclined line downwards. So for that purpose again we can leave 15 mm. Then on the 45 degrees inclined line we should mark BD points, because in the given condition we have BD 45 degrees inclined to the vertical plane. Yes, in this way we can construct 60 degrees inclined line. Then we have the condition BD line, BD diagonal 60 degrees inclined to the VP. That is why we can mark D1 and similarly B1 on this particular line. So initially we can mark D1, it should not be touching with the reference line. That is why here I left some dimension. Then we have marked D1. Similarly this dimension I got 70 mm, so that with 70 mm gap I have marked B1 here. And for the purpose of marking AC, A and C, here we can take A to B dimension as radius. If you observe this one, A to D, A to B, B to C, C to D, all are same. So that is why here I am taking this dimension as radius A to D, and this particular point as center. Draw an arc here, and similarly this end also we can construct one more arc. And next we can take point B as center, cut the previous arc this end, similarly this end, same dimension radius. So that here we will be getting point A1. This is point A1, and at this particular point we will be getting point C1. Then join all the points in the correct sequence. Here we should use HB pencil only for the final stage projections. Yes, finally we can join all the points in the correct sequence with HB pencil in this way. And this problem is related to the diagonals. That is why I have shown both the diagonals with 2H pencil. And if you observe the first, second and third stage projections, here this we should show the comparison. That means this is about final stage projections. We should use HB pencil. Here I am showing the variation between H projections, similarly HB projections. And next step we should project every point A, B, C, D upwards above the reference line. Yes, this way we can project 4 points: D upwards, A upwards, C upwards, B upwards. all the projectors with 2H pencil, all projectors must be parallel to each other and perpendicular to the reference line. Then immediately we should draw the locus lines from these 3 points to intersect the respective projector line. So here I have the locus lines must be parallel to the reference line. Remember this point, this is C dash. We should draw the locus line to intersect C projector line. So here the intersection of C projector and locus, that one becomes C1 dash. And next here we can construct locus of BD to intersect BD projectors. So finally in this way we will be getting the intersection of projector line and respective locus line. So I have marked A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash, D1 dash. So finally we can join all the points in the correct sequence with HB pencil. Yes, finally we can join all the points in the correct sequence in this way, and final stage with HB, H and H here also. So if you observe the final stage projections according to this particular diagram, corner A in the HP. So as I said that whatever the particular is there left side in the simple position, either corner or side, that one can comes on the horizontal plane. So in the previous problem, if you observe the previous problem, here we kept a side in the left sides in the simple position. That is why we got that side on the reference line, that means on the horizontal plane. But if we coming to this problem, here corner is located left side. So finally we got that corner on the reference line, that means on the horizontal plane. So given condition satisfied, AC is 30 degrees inclined to the horizontal plane. Similarly BD is 60 degrees inclined to the vertical plane and corner A in the horizontal plane. So this is about the final projections of the given problem number 2. So now let us move to the problem number 3. And here let us see the given dimension also, that is square symbol 50, that means all sides are 50 mm dimensions. And in this particular video lecture I have explained 2 problems, and in the next video lecture we can see 2 more problems with other conditions. And if you like my content and my explanation, please do subscribe if you are not yet subscribed, and similarly please click on like and share with your friends. Thanks for watching.